It is a feeling they never tire of. And, of course, they were a long way off at this stage last season. But they're back. They're back as champions. And Pep Guardiola savouring every single second. That was a moment we knew, of course, was going to happen today on the final day. The big question was who was going to join City and United in next season's Champions League. The answer, Liverpool. That incredible 26 points from the final 30 took them to 69 and third. Chelsea lost a game and lost a man. Azpilicueta sent off at Aston Villa, but still got home by a point into fourth. They are in the Champions League next season. That because Leicester, for the second season running, fell at the final hurdle on the final day. 4-2 at home. They were beaten by Tottenham. Let's hear from all three managers involved in that incredible drama, beginning with the Liverpool boss, Jurgen Klopp.
It's tricky. The last match day is tricky. What do you want? More risk? You want it up? Do you control even more? These kind of things. The second goal was so helpful because I didn't know anything about the results on the other pitches. But my coaches, obviously, when I turned around, it was like shouting something. You know they're 2-1 down. Eh? No, I didn't know that. And so it's just... I'm so proud of what Reece and Nate were doing in these last 10, 15 games. I don't know exactly how many games they played now, but a lot. And they did exceptionally well, and I'm really happy with that. General, the reaction of the team in bad times. We learned so much this year. And now the last 10 games, obviously, 8 out of 10, 2 draws. That's impressive. And that's it was never easy. When I felt 1 second easy, it was always the hardest fight, but here we are.
Congratulations on making the top 4, but is it fair to say you made hard work of it today?
True. It was our responsibility to lose today. We had enough chances, and performance was by far good enough to win the game. But we didn't score and conceded 2 cheap goals, and so at the end it was even a defeat, and we are lucky to escape on today, but overall it was deserved.
You mentioned some of those obstacles that you've had during the season. At times, how difficult has it been?
Yeah, it has been, because like you see the bench that Tottenham have and what they can bring off the bench if they need to change the game. So yeah, but it's it's bitter disappointment now, but we'll go away and recover and then look to fight again.
So Manchester City still celebrating behind us. Brendan Rodgers isn't celebrating tonight. How much do you feel for him 2 seasons running on the final day? 11 days they've been out of the top 4. That's all this season.
Yeah, it's really disappointing. Obviously, to drop out on the last day, he lost to Man United on the last day of last season, and for it to happen again is bitterly disappointing. But we'd have to say he's overachieved over the last 2 seasons. You know, they shouldn't be anywhere near the top 4 with the squad of players he has. Yeah, listen, they've got decent players, but he's a top drawer manager who overachieves with his group. They've won a domestic trophy, picked up the FA Cup, which is a tremendous return, you know, and he's talking about Tottenham squad there and what they can bring off, likes of Gareth Bale, bring him off the bench. You know, it would be interesting to see if he could be tempted into that job.
Interesting. Chelsea, you can hear the relief in Thomas Tuchel's voice, but at the end of the day, came in to here, it's mission accomplished. That's what he was expected to do, deliver a top 4 finish.
Exactly, he's done a great job, you know, getting top 4 and obviously now into the Champions League final. He got into the FA Cup final as well. So a very, very good return so far. Now, the icing on the cake will be to go and win a big one, and of course the Champions League is that big one. But he's certainly done what he's been brought in to do so far, and I bet you every Chelsea fan is looking forward to next season. But yeah, Brendan Rodgers as well done a fantastic job. I mean, there's some great performances managerial this season, and those two are right up there.
Yeah, and David Moyes has to get a mention for that. 22 years since West Ham are in the top 6.
You can't talk about great managers doing well this season without mentioning David Moyes. A magnificent achievement. You know, touch and go a few weeks ago whether they could actually make the Champions League. But you finished 2 points off it, Tim. It's huge. It's huge for them, especially where they was chalk and cheese from last season. Recruitment has been fantastic, and he's improved the individuals. You know, Declan Rice has come on, you know, throughout the season to be a real top international footballer. Need to keep him at the club. They need to build from here. They need to trust the manager, because not only is he a safe pair of hands now, he's almost embroidered it into a quite attractive football side. You know, play on the front foot. Jesse Lingard was outstanding that little loan spell he's had from Manchester United. Hopefully they can make that a permanent move. I think it could be a good move for Jesse. And he actually realised when them fans come back to that Olympic Stadium, this is a huge football club. I got to admire David Moyes. I thought he was coming to the end of his managerial career. He's kick-started it again, and it's only just start for him at a big club.
And Liverpool. I mean, the reigning champions produced championship form, didn't they? 26 points from 30.
Yeah, when the chips were down, they've backs to the wall. They've dug out some really big results. That sets them up nicely now for next season, because that's what it's about. They've now qualified for the Champions League next season. They're then going to get some of their big players back. They're then going to get fans back in the stadium, which we all know is huge for Liverpool and Anfield, creating that real, intense atmosphere. So I think it's a great ending to the season. Players can go away. Some of them, most of them, play in their international teams over the for the European Championships, and then they come back, and they then need to start challenging this team. These pictures will hurt Liverpool players, and if they're what I think they are, then they'll get that moment, that feeling back to, we want to win that trophy back.
What a season, Tim.
Magnificent season, really entertaining, but I can't wait till next year. Chelsea will get stronger. Manchester United will go in the transfer market and spend. Liverpool have all their players back to fitness. Man City will be relentless again, and hopefully Tottenham get better as well. So, magnificent season coming up.
And we'll all be back together again. And guess what? At the end of this long, elongated season...
Well, exactly what we thought Brendan Rodgers will say. They'll push on again for next season, but no doubt they will be disappointed. Let's talk about those two managers, though, starting with Jurgen Klopp. I mean, he will be so delighted that his team managed to finish third. What is it? Why did they manage to kick into gear in these last, 9 games?
Because they've got good players, despite the fact that we were just discussing it. 2 of the strikers haven't had the most prolific of seasons. Their main defenders have been out. They've still got incredibly good players within the team, players that can win you important games, players that can perform at really crucial moments. And, as we said, Mane hadn't been at his best, but they needed him today, and he stood up and he delivered. And they've got themselves in a really good run, as I said, just at this crucial part. And as other teams fell away, Leicester fell away, Chelsea even didn't get over the line in the way they would. You don't doubt Liverpool. They've got that winning aura around them. And, OK, they didn't win the league this season, but they've still got it within their core. Absolutely.
And actually, with 10 games remaining, Liverpool were 8th and 10 points behind Leicester, Owen. The way they have managed to turn it around is testament to their character, surely.
Yeah, it was. They fought back like champions. I mean, Mo Salah, he deserves a lot of praise. He carried the team at times, on his own. Jurgen Klopp's done, good job of finding the balance. I thought Trent Alexander-Arnold started to play like the Trent that we know. Robertson was brilliant from left back. They started to get plenty of assists from those boys there, and I thought they just found a way to get over the line when they needed to, and I think he'll be absolutely so proud of his players because they've been through so much, winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League, but that, I think, for them, from where they were, Seema, to be able to finish in top 4 and finish third, that is some achievement, even if you've won those trophies that they have.
And it's easy to forget that actually Liverpool fans didn't actually get to watch their team play as champions. And that never managed to happen. So it was nice that they got to be back there today. OK, shall we talk about Chelsea now? Because today, of course, was a disappointing result. And, Leon, not exactly what they wanted to go into the Champions League final off the back of.
No. I think, ultimately, they wanted to come out of today having secured Champions League football for next season, and they've done that. It wasn't in the manner that they would want. Thomas Tuchel just said that he was actually quite pleased with the performance. They just couldn't score goals, so he'll try and take the positives. He'll take the positives that when he came in, the team didn't necessarily look like they were going to qualify for the Champions League. They were not looking like they would be successful in the other competitions too. They got to the final of the FA Cup. They're in the final of the Champions League, so he'll still be very positive, but they've just started to show moments of being fallible in big games, in big moments, and I think that's the difference between them and Liverpool, them and Manchester City, is the fact that those two teams have won big games when it's called on them, and Chelsea haven't.
I think the big thing for Thomas Tuchel will be the fact he can then say to the club, right, get me some players. Get me some of my players that can go make the difference. I think their top scorer had 7 goals, Jorginho. I mean, that's crazy for a Champions League team. So I think for Tuchel, he can say, right, get me a centre-forward that I desperately want and need, and finishing the season, Champions League, but still strengthening his position, I think he'll be disappointed, but he'll be delighted he can get some players in to bridge the gap.